What secret do you suspect someone you know is not keeping from you? My mom, that she sold my necklace and bracelet that I had as a kid to fund my older sister's graduation party. I remember seeing it in her jewelry box one day. Then a couple weeks later, it wasn't there after the party. I do remember going to a pawn shop with her and waiting in the car. When I graduated, I didn't get a party or anything. I asked her about it recently and she just gets mad. Similarly, I suspect my brother sold my Xbox 360. Yes, this would have been over 10 years ago. I let him borrow it. He did not return it, saying it was at our other brother's house and that I can get it from him. When I said he didn't have it, he said that the other brother must have done something to it. I think my mom is starting to lose her faith in the Jehovah's Witness religion, but doesn't want to admit it. I don't think she wants to admit she wasted 40 plus years on a religion that isn't true. She tried raising me and my two half-brothers in the religion, but we all left it after we realized it's nothing but a doomsday cult run by a real estate company. I know an awful lot of people that make it out to seem like they're doing better financially than they really are. I live near the American border and shop there all the time. My mom used to go before I was born, but hasn't in decades. She refuses to get a passport now to go shop with me or vacation with me. Nothing will sway her. When asked, she says she just doesn't want to ever go to the States. At this point, I think she must have a warrant or something. She's definitely lying about something. She won't even go to her dream vacation spot because she would have to go through the US. My mom is the exact same. We live near border, shopped all the time, frequent vacation spot in the Southwest. But now refuses to go. She doesn't hide why. She hates Donald Trump and by proxy 50% of the population. I think my mom is a lesbian. I saw some stuff on her phone that got me thinking. Then I looked back and remembered she was always too friendly with my college girlfriends, commenting how good they look and stuff. If not a lesbian, at least she is bi. I suspect my friend might be hiding something about their relationship. They've been acting a bit distant lately, and I've noticed they avoid talking about their partner. It feels like there's more going on beneath the surface, maybe some issues they're not ready to share. I just hope they know I'm here for them if they ever want to talk. When I noticed this with my friend, it turned out that her husband had got into hard drug use, but she hadn't wanted to tell me. I convinced myself of all sorts of even more horrible things, like she was being abused because she wouldn't tell me for so long. I think my dad might be in massive debt. My mom has had debt on and off for decades, but is now good and has been for a while. My dad is about 70 and says he can never retire, even though he won't get any more Social Security if he keeps waiting and could keep working part-time and collect Social Security. So I'm guessing he makes more working 80 hours a week or so than he would working part-time and collecting SS. And their bills are not high, so I suspect that. My dad recently made the statement that he's maxed out on all the mortgage he can take on his home before it's upside down, and he has many mortgages, and that's when I realized, oh shit, you're in debt. So I feel you. I never wanted to believe my dad was stealing from his job as a road worker. I lied to myself for a long time, but one day when I got home, all the signs were there. Everyone in my inner circle thinks I'm bizarre and introverted. They sometimes really dislike me. Truth is, I've been battling mental health issues for more than a decade. I need isolation to fight effectively. Even as I grow in competence and maturity, they struggle to see me as anything other than strange. I don't hate them for it. That my mother wasn't my mother. I think I belonged to her younger sister my dad had an affair with. The affair was confirmed. They're all dead now except one aunt that will take it to her grave. At least I know my daddy's my dad. He loved me. She certainly didn't. I have a friend who's always super vague about their job. I suspect they might be doing something shady or just really not enjoying it, but every time I ask, they brush it off with a smile. It makes me wonder what's really going on behind that cheerful facade. Had an ex-roommate like that. He'd been in Army intelligence before college, goth industrial sort. Turned me onto a lot of cool shit when I was younger. He moved to CA and was always really vague about what he did. As it turned out, he was likely just embarrassed to admit he was working HR for Disney, as that was very much against his fuck the man attitude he carried through college. When I was little, every year for Christmas, my dad and stepmom would put away any Christmas card money I received in a bank account for when I turned 18. Lo and behold, at 22, my stepmom tells me that the account is drained because of fees from it being untouched too long. She made it seem like it was my fault, but I didn't have any of the bank information. Obviously, pretty sure my dad used the money. He's always been a cheap ass and financial complainer. Sad for little me, but I'm fine now.